Hey YouTube, it's Lisa. Welcome back to my channel. Don't mind my finger on this hand. It's not a cut, it's just ink. Okay, so a couple weeks ago I went to the DC pen show and I bought a couple of pens. This is the second pen that I purchased while I was at the show. So I wanted to just do a quick unboxing. I'll ink it up with some ink and do a writing sample, and that'll be it. Thank you everyone who's been watching my video and subscribing. I really do appreciate it. Like all videos, if you like the content, please give it a thumbs up and smash that subscribe button. That'll really help me out. And in the interim, let's get into it. So I bought my first Penlux at the show. I was walking past what the distributor for Penlux actually in North America, and they had the pen out and it caught my eye. They have a clear version of this pen with gold trim, a bit sophisticated looking, slightly opaque. It's kind of a frosted translucency on the demo body of the pen, but really gorgeous, really elegant looking. This pen I bought, which is the Penlux Blue Swirl, the big blue swirl, it's called the Masterpiece Grand Blue Swirl. I bought this pen because I really just like the colors of it. I don't have any pen that looks quite like this in my collection. Penlux is a Taiwanese company. It comes with a black sleeve that shows through a window that shows the name of the brand, and then they have a very oversized box, so Penlux could trim down economically from an environmental perspective on the boxing, I think, and the packaging, but it's very nicely presented. Underneath the styrofoam cushion is the pen itself. So this is what the pen looks like. We'll put that to the side. Underneath, on the bottom of it, a little pen coffin here. We've got Penlux, a style to remember. So it talks about how to fill up. This is a piston filling system, so it tells you how to fill up the Penlux pen. And then inside of this, I'm not exactly sure what this is right here, and it keeps wanting to go down into the box. Okay, so, and it just looks like it is a nice little cardboard, certificate of authenticity. I'm gonna have to fill this out. Yeah, and it's signed by the chairman of Penlux. So there's that. So that's what's in the bottom of the box itself. I'm going to take it out of the plastic wrapper. This is all very elaborate. And I don't know why, but my fingers are not cooperating with getting in there. Okay, so we've got this, and that is the pen. Rounded finials, cigar shape. This is the piston filling mechanism here on this end cap. So it doesn't pull out like a vacuum. It's just a piston fill, so it just tightens down. Beautiful center band piece. Got a nice, clip. Very nice. Reminds me of the Leonardo Momento Zero. The clip on that, but the center band, let's see here. I don't know if I can bring this up for you guys to see, but in this silver, it says Penlux in the band itself. And then it looks like, again, reminders of the filling mechanism are placed on a card that tells you, I think, what this pen is. Hold on just a second. So you've got this nice translucent card. Dear customers, we appreciate your purchase. Our writing instruments for correct maintenance in order to obtain excellent writing quality. We highly recommend you review the maintenance instructions before you start the pen. So once again, they're just kind of telling you here, basically, that this end cap doesn't pull out and that it's a twist. So there's that. And I don't know if I have series information on here. I don't think I do. Like I said, Penlux is a Taiwanese pen company. It's my first purchase of a Penlux product. I'm very excited. The pen is absolutely stellar to look at. From just the aesthetic outward beauty of it, it looks fantastic. So we'll put that away. And I should have gotten this in a fine point. So there's the pen. I even like the top finial. They didn't do anything with the bottom, they just made it darker. This is the nib of the unit, and this is a fine. Nice orientation. You'll see that little F fine right there. And so for that, I'm going to not post it. Can you post? Okay, yes, you can post this pen. It's kind of got a little bit of a suction action, so it does actually, I don't feel like it's gonna fly out, but it does make the pen heavy and a little bit back weighted. Okay, let's look at Penlux right now, and I'm gonna compare it to some of the other pens that I have currently inked up, which is, I cannot post this one, but I have the Little Pen Design Red Swirl hand-turned pen. I have inked up also my Kaweco and Cyan, or Cyan, there's that one. My Pilot Custom 74, which you can definitely post, so I will post that next to the Penlux to give you a comparison. Let's see what they look like side by side. They're more similar in size. The Custom 823 might be a better comparison to the Penlux. Let me see if I can get these to not roll as much. So I'll put the little turn handle for, there we go. Okay, just turn these to the side so these don't roll as much. Custom 823 in comparison to the Penlux, which, as you can tell already, the Penlux is a very large pen. There's the end of the Little Pen Design, and here is my Kaweco. And I've got my Sailor Pro Gear inked up, so I'll put that over here, which is somewhere in this range probably. Oh, it's a little bit longer. Oh, post it, yes. Like that. And then last but not least, I have my Faber-Castell Loom, which will probably go in here like so. So, nib comparisons. Right, so that's what they kind of look like. Compare them from a height perspective. Right. And let's do a writing sample and get this inked up. So put these all back. I have a little bit more pens inked than I normally would, just because I'm doing these videos and I'm inking up these pens this time versus letting them kind of sit until I'm ready. So I've got more pens inked than I normally would. 4, 5, 6 pens, so I'll have 7 total once this is done. But yeah, the Penlux nib, even compared to the Custom 823, is substantially a larger size. Well, it's about the same size actually. They're both about the same size nib there. And I'm going to use Vinta Ubi ink for this pen. It's a nice blue. I figured that'll work. Let me see if I can undo this really quick and go ahead and get this inked up. And hopefully I've got enough ink in here. All right, writing paper's here to the side. And I'm going to just put this down here so I can see what this is. And this is the Penlux. Wow, this the nib is at an angle. You see how it kind of looks a little bit flattened? Let's see if I can do it this way so you can see it. It almost writes, I would think, like somewhat like an architect nib almost. This is called the Masterpiece. because it definitely has like an angle to it. Grand Blue Swirl. It writes really smooth, but I feel like, you see how this is writing? I feel like this is almost a almost like an architect nib or a cursive italic kind of nib, because it's like, seems like the lines write wider going down than they do across. Reverse writing, nope, and it does not like to reverse write. It's very sharp filling into the paper. This ink is, oops, and I did not cap it, which is unusual for me. This is Armada, I'm sorry, I said Ubi, but it's Armada. This is Vinta Armada. Let's do this. And I know I want to make sure I'm in frame, so let me come back out a little bit. Jumps over. I know he said he gave me a fine, but I swear I think this is like, it writes more to me because of this nib. For some reason, it just seems to write more like, almost like a cursive italic or architect nib, because I do feel like it has a sharp angle to it, and the downstrokes are a little bit wider than the ones going to the side. Fairly wet writer too, and it's just really smooth. I'm very pleased with this, so I'm really happy with it. I was going to try to get a Benu pen when I was in the show. I didn't see anybody that had a lot of them. Drum Googles was there, and so they had them. They actually were having them at a really good price. If you're in a pen show and you ever see them, they do significantly discount some of their pens. Like the Euphoria was on sale for like $100 US, which is unheard of. But I had already bought my Pilot Custom 74 in this pen, and I was kind of tapped out and ink, so I had blown my budget already. But this pen is a lot of fun. This is just a really nice writing pen. I'm really glad I got it. And it's the first that I've got. So that's it. I really am enjoying the pen. I like it a lot. It has a very large ink capacity, it being a piston fill. I'll shut this back down. Yeah, definitely check this pen out if you ever get a chance or see it online anywhere. It's definitely worth it. I think I roughly paid $150 for it. I might have gotten a discount being at a pen show, but I think it retails right around that price point. And like I said, I got it from the distributor, so I don't even know what stores sell it, but I think Goulet Pens is one of those places that does sell the Penlux if you're interested. All right, that's all I've got for today. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button. That'll help my channel out. And until the next time, stay healthy. All right, bye.